This segment is sponsored by Allison C. Moses. Our next guest has a story that is as powerful as it is inspiring. In the pages of her new book, she blends history, culture, identity, and deep emotional truth, offering a testament to how language and memory shape who we are. And she's joining us now to share more. Allison C. Moses, author of Just Love, a Memoir. Welcome. Thank you so very much for being here. It's a pleasure to have you. Can you share your inspiration for writing your memoir?
Well, yes, thank you very much for having me. And the inspiration of the book is based on the purpose of the book. And the purpose is to raise the awareness and raise the visibility for conference interpreters. And of course also to underscore the power of language as a human connector.
Can you share a little bit more about conference interpreters and why they're so important?
Well, you know, we live in very fraught times, and conference interpreters are communicators, so we really want to stress the importance of having good communication at this time. Why we're important is because we are the bridge to human diplomacy. As a matter of fact, it's not just about words, it's all about meaning. And that is exactly why we're important.
Words matter, don't they?
Words, not only do they matter, but they make a difference. So when you have a group of, let's say, in international arenas, international conferences, you've got international court cases or even domestic court cases, you have high-stake negotiations. Interpreters in real time convey not words, but meaning. And that meaning can lead to some positive or oftentimes negative results.
The context behind the words, right?
Absolutely.
What, you probably have several, but what would you say is the core message in your book, Just Love?
There are many messages in Just Love, but the main message is that we are not just people in a box. Okay, when you look at different elements that go into making a conference interpreter, and we all have very similar stories, take discipline, talent, the openness of your mind and your heart to different cultures and people, the fearlessness of going to a different place and meeting people. This is one of the main messages, and probably the primary message in terms of seeing us for much more than you think we are as we sit in our booth.
Allison, for anyone listening, how does that help? How does that help a person to get out of your comfort zone, go somewhere where people don't speak your language and learn and communicate there?
I think it helps people in opening up the world to people. Right? Because if you are in your comfort zone and you're used to doing things in your own way, on your own time, you go into a new culture and you're on somebody else's time now. So you have to adapt. So it builds adaptability. It also builds listening skills so that you can immerse and you can look forward to what you don't know and not be afraid to discover and reveal things that are unfamiliar to you. So it helps you in that way. You become courageous, you become fearless.
Empowered. I've heard this phrase that once you expand your mind, you can't shrink it back. It's you have expanded your mind, which is such a gift. What do you hope people walk away with after reading your memoir?
I want people to understand that words are words, but conference interpreters convey meaning. So we have to see language as a bridge, not a barrier. And then I want my book to teach people that listening is very important, because when you listen intentionally, okay, you are not only respecting people, but you're learning from people all the time. So those are the real features that are important for conference interpreting, and that we, as conference interpreters, part of our job is listening, and we do it in real time. So there's a split second between the speaker and us, and we are the ultimate in multitasking.
What a skill, what a skill. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Of course. You can get a copy of Just Love, a Memoir by Allison C. Moses on Amazon, or you can email her for a signed copy. Her email address is on the screen.